Creatures of the Night, it's your girl Tati. Would I recommend this episode of Ring of Honor? Hell the fuck yeah. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. Now, look, I'm not going to say take your little wallets out and spend your $9.99 just yet, but I saw a lot of things this week and some things sprinkled in the last few weeks where I felt really excited about with Ring of Honor, and I feel like Tony Khan is trying to make somewhat of a difference, and this episode was just so good, and I'm hoping that they keep going in this direction. There's definitely some changes that they're trying to do when it comes to the women's division that I absolutely am enjoying right now, and the match qualities was just so good. I really did enjoy it. Now, it was less than 2 hours, but I say quality over quantity, so we don't need a whole bunch of hours to watch wrestling. We can feel satisfied with having solid matches in a shorter amount of time, and everything's all good in the hood. And honestly, this was like one of the best episodes I've seen in a really long time. Not just great matches, not just what I'm seeing with the women's division, but we had a lot of entertaining backstage moments as well. So please, Tony Khan, I don't know if you be watching my videos before you go to bed. You actually should. You'll learn something. But definitely I'm seeing some changes, and I like what I see. Keep it up. Now we start off with Lexi Nair and Billy Starkz. They backstage. They mad as hell because when they went to go have a good time last week to celebrate, here comes Nyla Rose attacking our minion Overlord, and she's not cleared to compete still. And it seems like we're gonna get a really fun storyline with all these girls here, so I'm really excited to see that. But Athena still cannot compete yet. So Billy Starkz is really upset. She wants to go take care of business and handle Nyla, but then Lexi, being a really good friend, talks her out of it and just like, hey, stay out of this for now. When Athena gets better, she gonna take care of the trash. Right now, all you gotta do is just focus on getting yourself into winning that tournament for the Ring of Honor Women's TV title. And honestly, I'm liking Billy Starkz or whatever, but if she won it, I'm not gonna be happy about it. Now, first match of the night, we have Erica Lee versus Nyla Rose. The second I saw Erica, I was like, girl, I hope you got your will written out, because you definitely gonna have a bad time here with Nyla. This was a short match, a little bit longer than a typical squash match, but I think it was effective for Nyla. Nyla is this is probably her third time having a match in Ring of Honor, and after having that attack on Athena last week, honestly, I would have picked a different opponent for her, someone else, not like someone who's not part of Ring of Honor. I mean, like one of the Ring of Honor girls I would have used for her to have after that attack on Athena. Obviously, Nyla takes the win here. To be honest, nothing special about this. Now, here's what I am happy about. We had tag team actions with our tag team champions. Yes, the Kingdom was in the house versus the Iron Savages, and the match was so good. It was so good. You see what I'm saying? I've been saying, obviously, Adam Cole, MJF was not going to step foot into Ring of Honor with those titles, but definitely I was saying, I don't care if Kingdom is heel or not. I don't care what they're doing. If they get the titles, there's just no way they're going to be walking around AEW with those Ring of Honor titles and never go to Ring of Honor and actually defend them there. They were there. They were putting in the work, and it gave us a really great match. And don't sleep on Iron Savages. They are absolutely amazing. They have definitely grown as a tag team, and this was so fun to watch. And this wasn't like a little tiny little match or whatever where the Kingdom ends up winning in 5 minutes. It had to happen on slightly 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, and it was just so good. And I'm really glad to see the Iron Savages getting a chance to spend some good amount of time in the ring with the tag champions. Obviously, the tag champions do retain the title, and I'm really happy to see them in Ring of Honor. I want to see them cutting promos. I want to see if they're still going to be walking around with Maria in Ring of Honor. I don't know if that's going to be the case right now, but it was so great to see the Kingdom putting in some work. I don't care for the whole storyline that they got going on over there in AEW, but they are so great in the ring. Up next, in what I would say is my favorite match of the night, Claudio Castagnoli versus Brian Keith. When I say wrestling could be a sexual experience, this is what I'm fucking talking about, okay? these two guys. Okay, so first I was a little worried. Bryan, yes, he's been taking some wins, he's been taking some losses or whatnot. But I do believe that, since he's not signed or whatever, he's putting in a lot of work, and he's putting in a lot of great work. So when I saw he was going against Claudio, I was afraid that this would be like super short. This might have been the longest match of the night, to be honest. And it was just absolutely superb. Everything was just so great about this. And Claudio really, really helped Bryan shine in this match. There was no bullshit of I'm a champion or whatever. He didn't even sign over here, so he shouldn't look good in this match. No, both of these guys look absolutely amazing here, and I enjoyed it so much. Bryan is not signed right now, and actually, as we speak, he had just got to Japan about a couple of hours ago, so he's going to be over there at DDT Wrestling. So I'm definitely going to be looking out to see whatever he's going to be doing while he's in Japan these next few days and whatnot. However, this match with Claudio was just so good. And I love that Claudio is one of those veterans too. When he gets in the ring with newbies or whoever it is, he does let them shine in the ring too. And I'm kind of feeling some type of way, because we got Eddie Kingston walking around with this Ring of Honor title when we could put it right back on Claudio, and Claudio would do it justice actually being on the show, because when he was champion, he was on the show. But I digress. Now look, really great match. I think it's probably the best match of the night. There's a lot of really great matches, but I think this right here was probably the most solid from top to bottom. And I just love the fact that Claudio isn't looking at anyone else in terms of he's better than anyone since he's been in AEW Ring of Honor. He goes in the ring with anyone and he can put on a solid match and look absolutely great. Obviously, Claudio does take the win here, but I really do feel like we're going to see more of Bryan. Obviously, like I said, he's in Japan. I think he'll definitely be back and probably sign with Ring of Honor, AEW. Now, I've been saying I really don't think Tony Khan should sign anybody, but this guy right here is red fucking hot. Don't let anyone else snatch him up, Tony Khan. You need him. He's very, very good. Up next, we had the ladies in 8-man tag action. We had Kiera Hogan, Lady Frost, Queen Aminata, and Billie Starkz versus Layla Hirsch, Rachel Ellering, Robin Renegade, and Taya Valkyrie. Look at me trying to remember all these girls' names. This was a really great match. Now, earlier in the night, there was a backstage promo where the girls are pretty much like, they want to do their own thing or whatnot, even though they all are supposed to team up or whatnot. They are having their eyes set on the TV title tournament that's supposed to start at some point. Tony Khan, where's the update on this? We really want to get the ball rolling with the whole TV tournament for the ladies. And I really did appreciate that they did that, because in this match, you can obviously see that these girls don't have chemistry like how a team should have, and really what they want to do is just go out there and get in the ring and impress the crowd, and that's exactly what they did. So everyone kind of went for themselves, but also definitely trying to get their team to win, and I did appreciate that, because I feel like every single one of these girls ended up standing out for the absolute right reasons, and they look ready as fuck for this tournament to start. Tony Khan, once again, when is this thing gonna start? Really, really great match. I'm really digging Queen Aminata. She is really great in the ring. I do want to hear her in terms of promos. We haven't really heard anything from her at all, I don't think. And on Ring of Honor, you see her taking the W's, and on AEW, she is taking some L's. I don't really like that. I do want the booking to be consistent, because you kind of look at Ring of Honor and AEW to be one and the same in some ways. So unfortunately, she's not looking the best in terms of her win records on AEW, but she has been putting in the work and have had really great matches, especially that one that she had with Hikaru Shida the other week. Really great stuff. Now, we do have a lot of strong personalities within these 8 girls, so they kind of stand out a little bit more compared to Queen Aminata, so definitely want to see some promos from her. Also, was a little concerned about why Charlotte was not in this. I hope she's not injured. I think she would have did an absolute great job as well. Everyone is doing their thing and they want to get noticed. They want to definitely pick things up with the women's division in Ring of Honor. So if you're one of the ladies in AEW and they ain't doing shit with you over there, come to Ring of Honor. They're definitely trying to do something different and they can benefit from that. Now, the babyface team ends up taking the win. And before they can get all happy and celebrate in the ring, here comes our girl, our living dead girl, Abaddon. Now they come out and they are looking spooky as fuck, and I'm just like, yes, this whole outfit you got going on, take me to where you shop. You look amazing. Now Abaddon has not yet had any matches in Ring of Honor, but definitely has making their presence being felt these past 2 weeks, and I believe Abaddon may end up getting into this tournament. Whatever's going on over there, I'm enjoying what they're doing with the ladies. I do feel like they looked really great tonight. Another really great, solid match. Tony Khan, thank you. Let's get this tournament going. So Ring of Honor does update us about Bullet Club Gold winning the 6-man tag championships. Now I did say in my review yesterday that I necessarily wasn't happy about it. And all I care about really is to see if they're going to be defending it on Ring of Honor. That's all that matters to me. Matter of fact, why not have them on the show any fucking way? They can definitely help with the viewership, so it's not just me and the other 50 people that got subscriptions watching Honor Club. People want to see Jay White and what the Ass Boys are doing on Ring of Honor. So why not bring them over and stir shit up and have a good storyline going on over there? That would be great, Tony Khan. Now, we do have Action Andretti and Top Flight. They backstage letting us know that they never have to get ready because they stay ready. And that's the mentality that I like. Stay ready for a fight so you don't have to get ready for it. Now, they do have tag team action. Top Flight versus Butcher and the Blade. And a really great solid tag match. Man, I'm telling you. I think it's because the titles are back over there. That little spirit of the tag titles is definitely awakening these teams and having them have really solid matches. So we had a really great match with Top Flight and Butcher and the Blade. I was kind of like, I don't know how the chemistry is going to be with them, but it actually was pretty good. Now, I was a little conflicted because I was like, okay, Butcher and the Blade actually got a winning streak going on in Ring of Honor right now. So they might lose, and yeah, they lost. Yeah, Top Flight ended up taking the win here. I enjoy really both of these teams a lot. Great chemistry with the two teams, even though you kind of feel like they're pretty different from each other. But Butcher and the Blade, they're versatile too. They can work with anybody. This is why you always seeing them getting into matches on AEW and taking the L's, because they know who to call when they want to put on a really great match but don't want them to win. And they're really great. So I do want to see more from them from Ring of Honor. I really do enjoy them, but they look like they're building up Top Flight and Action Andretti to do bigger and better things, and I'm really excited to see where that's going. Up next, we had Mark Briscoe. Yes, our Sussex County Chicken is back on Ring of Honor, and that makes me feel so good. Oh, and it's his birthday too. Now, what always just makes this feel some type of way is that obviously last night on Dynamite, we are celebrating the life of Jay Briscoe on the anniversary of his death, and literally the next day is Mark Briscoe's birthday. It is absolutely heartbreaking that every time his birthday comes that he's going to have to remember that his brother had passed away literally hours before. That sucks. But we do have a really great match with Mark Briscoe and Serpentico. I'm really glad to see Mark Briscoe back in Ring of Honor. He did get injured, and he had a really nice storyline going on with Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio had cut some of his best, if not his best promos during that feud with Mark Briscoe. And I hope they'll end up, bringing something back if Claudio ends up getting the title in the future. I really want them to revisit that so we can see what we didn't get a chance to see from before. Another solid match, singles match. Don't count out Serpentico. Y'all know he's usually there doing the jobs or whatever. But lately on Ring of Honor, they've been letting this guy shine along with Angelico too. So it's no longer these little squash matches with Spanish Announce Project. These guys are actually having some nice full-length matches and definitely getting people to take notice of them. Now, Mark Briscoe obviously takes the win, but Serpentico looks really great here, and I want to see what they're going to do with Mark. I think they're going to do things a little bit slowly. He definitely still has his eyes out on the TB title, which Kyle Fletcher has right now. Do I want to see a feud between them? I'm not necessarily sure, but would I like to see the title on Mark Briscoe? Hell the fuck yeah. Now, after this, we have Nyla Rose, who goes and confront Nexi Nair. She's obviously get all on her face because she attacked Athena last week, and she said that she should be the new minion overlord. And she takes the MIT shirt and puts it over Lexi's face and says, until Athena gets better, she's going to keep going around and Ring of Honor and make statements before she actually gets that title from her. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, Athena's still hurt and she's going to be gone for a long time. Don't know yet, but with that little statement that she made, it seems like we may not see Athena in the ring for a little bit. And if we're building up Nyla during that time, I think that's okay. We've had a whole year of Athena being built up to where she is right now. So if she can still do promos or something in the meantime, that would be great, but not keep her 100% off the cameras. I think that would be the best way to go with this. Now up next, we have Lexi Nair is interviewing Taya Valkyrie and Johnny TV. They doing nothing but talking shit about Dalton Castle once again. And then out of the blue, the door done swung the fuck open. It's Dalton. He looks absolutely unhinged with a piece of cheese in his hand. And he is upset about Johnny TV saying no to them having a match, because the board of directors was like, if Johnny agrees, you guys can have the match. If he doesn't, then there's no match. So now he's upset and he wants to go take care of business himself. Now he is running after Johnny, okay? And Johnny is, I don't know if you guys remember, but he used to do that parkour stuff on TV. Now he's doing that, running away from Dalton Castle. And it's pretty cool, but silly at the same time. And then he ends up locking himself in a room, and Dalton Castle is obviously upset because he can't get that door to open. Now, I know it sounds silly or whatever, but we need shit like this. When you're watching a show where it's just, straight up wrestling and, you got to have a little bit of comedy. You have to have some type of entertainment going on back there. Now, obviously, they're going to end up having this match. When? I have no freaking clue. Dalton Castle definitely needs to get some sleep. His ass needs a bathe. So, Johnny TV, please say yes to a match so that he can take care of himself. He looks horrible, but still a really fun segment. Up next, we have the TV title on the line. We had Kyle Fletcher versus Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels has been in the business for a long time, 30 years. Now he looks over at Kyle Fletcher and he's like, look here, young blood, I might lose this match, maybe. However, I'm going to whoop your ass before I take that L. Now he really gives a really great a performance here. Like, I feel like these two had really great chemistry. Obviously, with Christopher Daniels being in the business for a long time, he knows how to work, and he works really, really well, and he has no problem putting people over. So this was a really great opponent for Kyle Fletcher. The chemistry was really, really great. We don't really have like a storyline going on with Kyle, and I guess that's okay, because in the meantime, he's definitely been having some solid matches, and he's great as a singles competitor, just as good as when he does tag team with Mark Davis. Now, Mark Davis is going to be returning next week, however, not on TV, at the Jericho Cruise, and he's going to be with the Don Callis family. Obviously, I'm not going on the cruise. I don't got cruise money. But it seems like it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to incorporate Mark Davis. At least he has a little bit of a chance outside of being on TV to see the chemistry with Don Callis' family before they actually implement that on TV. So that's going to be interesting. But in the meantime, Kyle Fletcher is the TV champ, and I think he's doing a really great job in terms of these matches, but we definitely gonna want to hear a lot more from him, and he looks absolutely great in the ring with Christopher Daniels. But y'all already know, Kyle Fletcher ends up retaining the title, and I do feel like a match like this really makes him look like, damn, this is the reason why he has the title, even though I know a lot of people wanted to see Dalton Castle with it. At some point, I think he'll get it, but right now is Kyle's time. Now, after this, we do have Lexi backstage with Ethan Page, and he's letting us know that 2024 is going to be a good-ass year for him, and he's going to get the TV title. All right, Ethan, that's nice to hear you say that. Let me see you put in the work. All right, y'all, main event time. We had a AAA Mega Championship on the line. We had El Hijo de Vikingo versus Action Andretti in another fucking solid match. Now, I was a little conflicted if this was match of the night in comparison to Brian versus Claudio, but I'm going to go with Claudio versus Brian to be a better match because it's just something different. We never seen these two guys in the ring together. Action Andretti and El Hijo de Vikingo, I think they've been in the ring together, not one-on-one. fun. But I just feel like we see this style a lot, and just having Claudio and Bryan just gave us something a little different. But this was another really great solid match, and a really great match to have close off the show as well. I really feel like even though we knew that the title wasn't gonna change hands, and you know, I don't feel like another company's title is gonna change hand ever in AEW, unless it's like the New Japan type of situation. You're really looking at Action Andretti, and you see that, damn, this guy is a star. Yes, he is teaming up with Top Flight to do trios and here and there, and I think they're doing a really great job. But on his own, he's absolutely amazing. He can definitely have a singles title for sure. Now, we don't hear much of him when it comes to promo, so that's one thing that we would have to hear, especially if he's looking for gold. He's one of those people they put in the ring with other people to help look great, but he's young and he can have a lot of opportunities himself to having gold. So Tony Khan, I know you got your eyes set on Top Flight and Action Andretti, possibly maybe trios or maybe just tag in a singles title. I don't know what the situation is, but these guys are really, really great. Definitely need to hear them speak. That is something that's definitely going to help them, because we know that they're really, really great in the ring. We just need more. We need more from these guys. Now, El Hijo de Vikingo, no matter what he does it really, really well. I have noticed that in comparison to when he had that match with Kenny Omega, the one that everybody and their mama was talking about, and it was on the news and everything. Okay, it wasn't on the news, but everybody really loved it, while I was really critical about it. He doesn't necessarily wait for these spots anymore. You can see he's a little bit more solid with it. And this is what I was saying with that luchador style. Certain things just don't look right on TV, you know, and I think he definitely has gotten the hang of it. So in a match like this with Action Andretti, who is also, you know, a high flyer, the chemistry is great, but you don't feel like you're waiting for shit to happen. So, you know, kudos to El Hijo de Vikingo for, you know, getting better with that. Either way, Action Andretti does not get the title. You guys already know that. But I felt like it was a solid match. Now, this match, though, was at Daly's Place, and the little space that they have ringside is just so small. So certain spots that they were doing ringside kind of made me feel a little bit nervous, because it's not as a wide of a space as it is when they're in other venues. So Tony Khan, I know he's trying to get a whole bunch of seats up in there, but he needs to make that space a little bit wider for a certain you know, type of spots. This is a wrestling show. We can get rid of a whole fucking row or whatever, because you're not filling up the whole arena. It is what it is. But this was a really solid show. I really did enjoy it, and I do feel hopeful for whatever's going to happen with Ring of Honor coming up. Tony Khan, you see that you're on, you know, a great path. You got to stick with it, and really, if that's the case, I can see more and more people subscribing if they keep up having obviously these solid matches, having great backstage moments, and especially picking things up with the women's division. Like, that right there is so important. So important to me, but important in general for wrestling. The women's division definitely need a lot of help, and so far I like what I'm seeing. So guys, do I recommend this? Absolutely. The whole episode, I do think you guys should take a look at it. It's really great, but I can't necessarily say y'all should just spend money, buy the subscription, because it's a hit or miss sometimes, but still a really great episode. Really, really fun to see. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I will be back tomorrow with Rampage. Bye.